A violence of a few fringe groups does not make my country intolerant. My country is not an intolerant country. And I need respect for my country. I will not have my country denigrated a day after day. Boycott Pak or not, I say boycott Pak. If you think shouting me down will cover your lies, then shout at me.
You shout, I don't shout.
And if you think abusing me, will strengthen your case in the ICJ, then abuse me.
No, I don't want to.
No, you can't go back now. You can't make a comment like that and try to get away. Prove your facts. Prove your facts. Prove your facts right now. Prove your facts right now. Prove it now. Prove it now. Prove it now. Right now. No, you prove it now. Prove it now, Gancham. Prove it now. Prove it now. Prove it now. Prove the comment now. Prove it now. Prove it now. Come on, prove it now.
Oh boy. Arnab Goswami is an angry man. Has he always been like this?
The minister waiting for us in Patna. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the Congress says these are relevant issues. Doesn't matter whether there's a personal edge to them or whether individuals are named. These need to be brought out before the people, including the instance we just saw in Manipur. An issueless election for the Congress party.
What the Congress is pointing out is that...
Why this well thought out move by the Congress to let matters rest there? Why not take a combative line on what the Prime Minister said? Is the idea to bury the issue?
I think there was...
So what happened? How did he suddenly turn into this angry Deshbhakt? Someone who can't stand a single word against his country. Someone who's constantly fighting the corrupt system with his anger. Angry every single night. Well, Arnab Goswami intends to change the way journalism is done. So why is it that these guys, and Arnab is obviously not the only one, there are so many of them. I'm only referring to Arnab Goswami just because he seems to be leading the pack. So why is it that they feel this need to change the way journalism is done? Why? Well, check out this bit from Diana Fairbanks' TED Talk. She had been a broadcaster for more than 15 years, so she knows what she's talking about.
Because I thought that I could use my skills to keep our community informed, and together we would make informed decisions and make our world a better place, right? Sounds great. And I think that's exactly how the news industry likes to portray itself to the world. But there are two problems with that. The first is the metric that we use to judge our success, is the number of people who watch. The number of people who watch. That is the same metric that's used to judge the success of Wheel of Fortune, Law and Order, and every single Kardashian show, right? And we weren't just competing against other news stations, we were competing against everything. We were competing against reruns of 2.5 Men. And not only were we competing against a mediocre sitcom, but we were competing and we were losing. Which leads me to point number 2. These ratings, these are not bragging rights. These ratings translate into real dollars. The higher the ratings, the more you can charge advertisers. That's how you pay your bill. It's not enough to create good journalism. You also have to create good TV. So what is good TV? What does it have? Conflict, controversy, scandal, sex.
So basically, bhasad hai yaar. Everyone is fighting to grab our attention. Everyone. These news channels, entertainment channels, social media, these new streaming companies, and of course YouTube. Everyone is desperate. और सब में फंसा है. तो कुछ भी करके attention grab करनी है. And what is the one thing which is guaranteed to grab our attention?
Point is that the news media preferentially feeds us negative stories because that's what our minds pay attention to. And there's a very good reason for that. Every second of every day, our senses bring in way too much data that we can possibly process in our brains. And because nothing is more important to us than survival, the first stop of all of that data is an ancient sliver of the temporal lobe called the amygdala. Now, the amygdala is our early warning detector, our danger detector. It sorts and scours through all of the information, looking for anything in the environment that might harm us. So given a dozen news stories, we will preferentially look at the negative news. And that old newspaper saying, if it bleeds, it leads, is very true.
So basically, this inherent survival mechanism where our brains will automatically pay attention to information that triggers fear and danger is why Arnab Goswami and the lot are so angry. They're so angry and outraged because that makes us notice them. That stops us from changing the channel. Simple. The news देखो यार. Arnab Goswami को गुस्सा होते हुए भी देखो. Why not? I'm not suggesting everything these anchors say is not true or false. Of course not. All I'm saying is when you do watch them, always be aware of why is it that Arnab Goswami and the lot are so angry and outraged. Just by being aware, we can override our own fears. Once we can override them, then we can consciously decide if we actually want to see this stuff or not. I'll leave you with this.
Just as in this fast food age, right, we have to be aware of the food that we put in our mouths so that we have healthy bodies. Please be aware in this information age that the information you choose to consume impacts the future of journalism and our world. Please be aware, be deliberate. Please know that everything you watch, everything you read, everything you click, it matters.
Check out more videos, like this one, subscribe. Bye-bye.